Hey, True Believers, Englentine here, and what you're about to see is part of an interview that Tristan over at Nerdette Newstand did. We are talking about many subjects, and it's going to be released to you here on this channel in pieces every day at 9 a.m. So please check this out for the next 8 days, actually. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I did not edit out anything. I want because a couple of times she gets me. So I wanted that in there. I didn't want any kind of, hey, you did this so you look better or anything. All the ands and ums and buts and ers are in there, including the time she caught me with my pants down, because there were times where she asked me about something and I couldn't back it up because I do have this Swiss cheese memory and I didn't have any sources. So I wanted to keep that in. This first part's really just an introduction, talking about the history of comics, talking about the history of this guy right behind me, the Funky Flashman, and just why we do what we do and why we love what we do. That's my wife, by the way. Say hello. All right. So I hope you enjoy this. Kick back, relax. Let's get this party started.
I know you're gonna dig this.
We have with us Englentine from. So your channel used to be I Love Comics. Now it's Englentine Loves Comics.
Well, it's Englentine Loves Comics, but yeah,
I'm
just everybody says it wrong. Actually, I'm the only person that says it.
Wait, did I spell it wrong? Even?
No, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. It's it's Len versus L. So yeah, I just I figured, okay, let's get on brand here. So I put my name in the title. That's it. And apparently set my particular small world on fire, because a lot of
there
people.
We go.
Yeah, what's the word? That I thought it was I Love Comics. Now it's, but yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I just thought, you know what? I'm narcissistic enough. I should have my name in the title. Dang it!
Right? I put Nerdette's Newstand, so I mean, like
it's always
it's a branding thing, right? You got to you got to put your best foot forward.
Yeah,
so,
I'm trying to figure out how to put the name into Old Man Comics as well, because that came as a nickname. It just so happened that for a little bit I was the oldest person on the live streams, and so they started calling me Old Man Comics. Now I'm with Eric Breen, and he's older than me. Why am I Old Man Comics? I don't know.
There you go. Yeah. So when it comes to both of your channels, do you do like you save one for your videos and do the other live streams? I've kind of been confused with your content.
Yeah, I know. I've confused the hell out of everybody to the point where I've destroyed my audience. And I've been actually focusing on that. What it is I've decided the I Love Comics channel is going to be more live streams and more videos about the backstage stuff. Oh my gosh, this guy said this wild thing on Twitter, that kind of thing. While I still actually love talking about comics, so that's going to be the Old Man Comics channel. That's why I want to come up with another name, something, something that one will be on brand and two will be a little bit more peppy, something that says, hey, look, we'll talk about the cynical over there, but here it's all about the love of the books. It's all about the love of the history and so forth and so on, which I think this hobby has an amazing history.
Oh, yeah.
All the ins and outs, all the stuff that happened and everything. It's weird because we think it's all happening now because everybody wants to update. But there's so much that happened in this hobby. It's just so much fun.
I love learning that. I love going back through and like, this editor did this and like the little things they would put in like in the books where, so-and-so is passive aggressive. This was actually about this editor. I love that kind of stuff. I know it's weird and geeky, but it's so interesting to see like how things have evolved. Not necessarily always in a good way, but how things have evolved.
Yeah, because Jack Kirby wasn't getting paid enough. And by the way, Jack Kirby was never paid enough for his contributions to Marvel. He actually felt since Stan Lee was EIC, he felt that he should have stood up for him more. And since Stan Lee didn't, in his DC books, Jack Kirby drew and wrote a character called the Funky Flashman, where the toupee was stumpy stomach, and he was a con artist. And the Funky Flashman was absolutely based on Stan Lee.
I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. But the reason I wanted to have you on, besides I like having you on anyway,
Well, thank you.
and I had it in a while, and I seen your live stream. You were talking about, you were actually, so this a live stream about a live stream where you were talking about another video.
Okay, so we're a live stream talking about a live stream talking about a live stream. Gotcha. I do not remember this. I told you I don't remember what I've said. So if you took notes, which I heard you did,
yes, I did.
I'm gonna get my ass whipped here today. So by all means.
Well, you were talking about DC specifically, and that's what I
Okay,
I read
DC Comics?
indies. Yeah,
All right,
I
okay.
read everything, but
Okay.
I tend to stay away a little bit more from Marvel. I've never been attracted to the Marvel characters near as much,
Really?
but I love indies. Like
Mhm.
you were using Little Monsters as a reference, that Jeff Lemire book.
I was
Man, the
so
art's so good, and
It
but the
is.
story is like what?
There's no story.
There's like
Oh
meet
my
some
gosh,
kids.
I've got it right here. And so do you mind if I use this as an example here,
Yeah, go
kids?
for it.
It's like literally where are we here? I turned off the page. I wanted to share it with my with my peeps. But look at this. Okay. I could do this like a freaking kindergarten class, turning the page. I could finish this book for you in about 5 seconds. Look, there's absolutely no story here. There it's and by
Hey, I
the way,
play
it's not
guitar.
even
Hey.
it's not even good sequential art. This
Well,
isn't
Dustin's art is phenomenal.
No, it looks beautiful.
Yes, it
but
looks
it's not,
beautiful.
It's
Right.
not good comic book art. Where you should actually have a story being told through the art. This was one thing I love about comics is the sequential art. And by the way, you want to know something that blows the mind? Tim Lim actually talked to me. We were having dinner over at Gloria Estefan's restaurant, and I talked about Alex Ross. Oh, I love Alex Ross. He goes, yeah, he's a great artist, horrible comic book artist. And he explained it to me. Yeah.
How dare he? I will never purchase one of his books again. No, I'm just kidding.
Let me explain what he meant. He was talking about how every panel is a good painting, but there's no flow, there's no motion. When you're reading a good comic, the art controls your eye movement.
Right.
To the point where you are getting the story everywhere. And that you can actually see that goodness, there's a page in a Swamp Thing where the dialogue goes around and it's actually a woman moving around the kitchen doing things. And so you actually get a sense of her moving from sink to table to oven to, and it's just an amazing piece of art. There's even a Daredevil cover where he starts on the bottom and the art kind of sends your vision around. It's but Alex Ross, for as brilliant as he is, and I love Alex Ross art, after that I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, you're right, I almost want to I love the man, but I want to yell at him because now I'm noticing it. So yeah. But
did you read World's Finest #1? That one,
did.
Dan Mora does a fantastic job of carrying your eye around the page.
Yeah, I managed to get the Jerry Seinfeld.
I love it. It's so
comedians
cool.
And yeah. By the way, she did not plan this. I do not just automatically have all the books she's talking about. But yeah, I actually enjoyed that, and I'm kind of glad that Mark Waid's writing good books again.
Yeah, it's nice.
I mean, I know a lot of people have problems with him for going after DNC when he's doing his books and everything, but I hate the fact that we let stuff like that affect how much we love books of the past. I mean, if you don't want to pick up his books because you think he did something immoral or something, that's cool, but you can't tell me that Kingdom Come wasn't a good story because of what he did. But I see that kind of thing. And I don't understand it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I seen your stream, and I disagree, obviously, on a lot of your points with DC. It was essentially DC can't be revived. It's going to take a long time.
Oh no,
to be fair.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I remember this stream because there is something about YouTube, and here's the thing, and I know the title, by the way. I put up DC can be revived because I absolutely do believe it, and I said that.
Right.
I said as much. But when you put can, people go,
Okay.
could it be maybe? If you put can't, they go, oh my gosh, why? I got to see this.
I know, it's
So
so bad.
I changed the title from can to can't because basically I am talking about a video that said that, so I figure I'm not lying to the audience. Um, that's why the title's there. It is a bit clickbaity, but clickbait works. And
YouTube sucks with that because
Mhm.
I want to, like, every week I put out a video on Monday or Tuesday, my top 5 books of the week. I have one bad book, like I do like the weekly one that's the worst, but I'm in that video to talk about the good. But my title, I'll always put something like, oh my God, Vita Ayla made my top 5 or something like that because
Yeah,
YouTube, if you talk good, you are not going to get clicks. Nobody's
these
going to care.
these are the 5 books from Marvel that don't suck. That would get a better reaction than top 5 Marvel.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And it sucks, but there's so much competition on YouTube. You've got to have like a catchy title and an amazing thumbnail, or you're nobody's gonna click it. Like,
Oh,
nobody's
and
gonna
what's worse is if you actually go, and I'm not talking about any kind of vulgarity or anything, but if you really do go sensationalist and go for it, oh no, this is demonetized. You use the
Yeah.
word killed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous the way they do things like that.
I'll put redacted. Like
Redacted.
that works
There you go.
sometimes, but people
Yeah.
will catch on very quick. So I
I've
gotta save that.
I've done $ hashtag exclamation point T.
Oh, there we go. There we
Yeah,
go. I'm gonna
I've
steal
gotten
that
away
one.
with that one a couple of times. So.
And then not to do with comics, but if I put Amber Heard or Johnny Depp, because I cover that too, in the title, I can have 0 audio and they will demonetize it. Like, it's just YouTube's gotten so ridiculous, but I'm still
really
gonna cover
has.
it. I'm still gonna talk about stuff I love because I want to.
Yeah, I want to know how you get away with the music at the beginning. And are you
I
not
cut it.
monetized? Or,
I am. But after every live stream, I go back and I cut
oh,
that
you cut it.
section
Yeah,
out.
okay. Because yeah, I hum a tune, and freaking UMG
Yeah.
is telling me I can't. What was it? Venkman started doing these deep fakes, putting mine and Eric's face on different characters and everything. Funny, there it really is. And he put Eric's face over James Bond, and then he found some sort of German music, Zoika, Zoika. It's funniest thing in the world that he put both of our faces over it, and it just kills me. So I played it last night, and both of them got nailed. It's like maybe total the
Fight
2
that.
scenes are like 25 seconds and of a 3-hour freaking live stream, and they're like, no, that's mine now because you played 20 seconds of my song. It's a broken system.
Yeah, that's why after every live, because I really like editing. And I do everything on my phone, so I'll take different scenes. Like, I love Gotham, the show Gotham, and that's what I used for the beginning of this, was the different Joker scenes for that. And you can use it, and it brings people in. It gives time for the notification to go out, and I love doing that kind of stuff. But I know at the end I have to cut it, or there's no point, right? Like, YouTube will take everything for 3 minutes out of 2 hours.
I think I might have a way around that for you. I mean, I don't know. Do you show the video also? Because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One way around it might be to have some friends record it. Just do some audio with like some comic book visuals or something like that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I gotta be able to think of a way, because I like doing that kind of stuff. It's just yeah, YouTube's definitely broken. So when it comes to this video, you were talking about another video. Now, I didn't watch the original video because I was trying to make sure I didn't like, state your opinions wrongly. But first, we've talked when you were on last time, we talked about the John Kent stuff, right? And
Yeah.
so I wanted to know what you thought of basically Joshua Williams' straight agenda.
What is
Sorry,
this?
yeah, Joe. It's there's all this about the LGBTQ agenda and everything else we talked about. You said Vita Ayla actually said. So I wanted to know
she actually did. Yes.
Yes.
I've got it on my channel where she says anywhere there will be, anywhere she can, she will queer up the DC universe.
I wanted to know what you thought of the straight agenda going on in comics.
What's the straight agenda?
I was being a smartass. I was kidding.
Okay. In all honesty, here's my position on it. If you guys don't remember, just to point out, I actually have no problem with John Kent being gay. I really don't. I actually think they messed up by aging him up more than make John Kent gay. We never had an idea of John Kent's sexuality, so why not?
Right.
So that part doesn't bother me. The part about John Kent that bothers me is, one, they aged him up, making us miss a real true coming of age story where a kid, imagine, and to me, the interesting story would be this. He's hanging around with his best friend. Okay. And I really do not like the fact that if you're friends with somebody, automatically you have to be having sex with them in comic books. That's the thing now. Especially women, by the way. Have you noticed there's like a lesbian fetish sometimes when it comes to that? But the thing is imagine he does start having feelings for Damian. Damian, however, not gay. So you have a true coming of age story of a kid that understands what he is, and maybe he's a little bit nervous, especially with Damian, if he has any religious background or from his upbringing, does not look upon homosexuality in a positive light. Not a lot of religions do, this one in particular. I think that would have been a far more interesting story than, hey, let's age him up now, boom.